All right, let's see if I can do this in one shot. Um, so I wanted to press on with my Haversack Essentials series, and the next thing is the fire kit. But this is the only time I can justify having an open flame and playing with this stuff because it has just been so hot and humid um, that I'm in my backyard. I tried to do this out in the woods, and I just could not get a good setup where there wasn't a hazard setting the leaf litter on fire and stuff. So I'm not going to get into a full fire lay. I'm just going to get into the components of um, my bag, the fire kit that I carry in my bag, and just kind of show how they work versus an actual fire lay. I'm building up to a camp setup, but I have to find the right location and I just have to find the time. I missed last week's video because of just some random monkey wrenches and that life throws at you, and some stuff that just kind of I already had planned. So anyways, so I've already showed my ferro rod, and I have multiples of these. This just happens to be one of the old Bear Grylls things, which actually I think in that whole gimmicky kind of series of stuff, this was one of the good pieces of kit. My mini Inferno tin and my more traditional tinder bag. Now, out of these, I think the tinder bag is the most kind of important one that I would highly recommend. And it doesn't have to be a leather thingamajig like this. It could be a sandwich bag, a good like Ziploc sandwich bag that you can put about a fist size wad of something in. It can be dryer lint, it can be grass, it can be shredded cedar bark, whatever. So, what I have in mind, and I have it stacked this way on purpose. So, I like rocking a flint and steel kit, but I don't have to. And that just sets like that. Then under this, I have, and that just sets on top, but I have um, my wadded up grass, and it's compressed in here. And I like this kit because if I pull a little bit out of this, or actually, no, I can do it like this. This will roll down, and you can grease this bag, and it is basically just a compression bag. I made it myself, and you can tie it with these strings, and if you do it right, you can dunk this underwater and pull it out, and you'll still have dry stuff inside. But I also recommend a waterproof tinder too, which is just anything that will take a light that's soaked in wax. So again, cotton balls, dryer lint again will work. But anyways, um, what I like to do though is once I get this out, in the bottom of this bag is my lighter. So my lighter is protected in the bottom in a fairly waterproof container, and I can light this straight up, especially if my flint and steel kit fails. So I'm probably going to do that. But first, I wanted to show this. This is started as a mini Inferno that I got when I bought the Haversack and 5Cs kit from Wilderness Outfitters. And those are basically like the cosmetic cotton pads. Sometimes they'll have acne cream or acne treatment on them, or some kind of like maybe an alcohol or mild something to wipe makeup off of with. But you can also just get the plain cotton pads, and they're impregnated with wax. That's the simplest explanation I can do it or give you. Now, these are what some people call an ugly stick. I just lost one. But this is basically jute twine, and it's a little finer than I would have liked, but I can show you how this works. Jute twine is just twisted fibers, and you can untwist it and expose the individual fibers. and they will take a spark from a ferro rod very nicely. And some people can even strike them like a match, but I'm going to see if I can do this. Get proper form here. There we go. And that will burn because of the wax quite some time. And obviously this will light that dry grass very, very easy. But also you can actually reuse these. Now, what I usually do is light it and shove it into my tinder bundle that I then have my fire lay started over. So like just pencil sized sticks and stuff. And then just let it go and it goes. But like that, if you had to conserve resources, I have hundreds of fires in this because I have just gobs of these in this tin. And then of course the tin itself can be used to char grass, punk wood, strips of my bandana, my cotton bandana. It has to be 100% organic. So anything that you can kind of make a charcoal out of, but you have to have a fire first, and you have to bake your tin with nothing in it to get the galvanized glaze and any paint off, or the char material inside won't work in that first batch. So there's that. Now you can also light this directly with the ferro rod a lot of times too, if it's dry enough and fine enough. You can get a good shower of sparks just like this, and you can get this continuous action, and that you can actually even light strips of inner tube with, which I do have some right here, and then I have Gorilla Tape there. So the flint and steel, I like to kind of promote that if you can, because that is the next step from a bow drill fire, because you're working with an ember and you're working to light your tinder pile. And like that, if that doesn't work, if the flint and steel doesn't work, I pull the lighter out of the bottom and whack it with the straight flame. So flint and steel is just a fun traditional way. They used it for hundreds of years, all the way back from the Roman times. In fact, if you go on a European tour, you can actually buy these that they dug out of the ground, like everyone had them. They didn't necessarily use the char cloth, and this is just a tin that I baked it in. They didn't necessarily use the char cloth, but they had other means, another medium to strike a spark from the steel and rock, to then get an ember to then transfer to something finer. And you can even light candles if you've got the right setup. But anyways, I'm going to try to blow this into, get this working for me here. There we go. Okay, so I got a couple of, I don't know if you can get that, the sun's coming up, but yeah, it's going. So I get my material here, kind of get a bird's nest thing going on. There, oh, there, trying. Yep, there it went. All right, so that went from just a little thing of charcoal, and just set that down. Stomp it out. I've just got bare dirt right there. Okay, now that smoke, sorry about that coming across the camera, but that smoke would actually make an excellent bug repellent. There, kick it out of the way. So anyways, there's the fire components of my Haversack kit, and I actually have a similar setup in other kits, like this belt pouch. which is just an alternate way of doing it. I just have a smaller tinder bag and another flint and steel kit and a lighter, and I have this monster of a ferro rod kit that's basically a mimic of this. It has fat wood, which can take a spark right off the ferro rod. It has a whistle and a dedicated striker. So I like this setup. Gives me dry tinder even in wet conditions, and I have waterproof tinders, and I have multiple ways to affect flame. I do believe I have some extra tinders in the bottom of this bag too. Yeah, I've got a piece of fat wood, and I have some couple chunks of wax impregnated, I think that's a cotton ball. So, you know, and that sits in the bottom with the lighter. So if I had something really stubborn, I have aids to get that tinder bundle going. So anyways, I do plan on doing a camp setup and an actual fire lay setup, but I thought I would try to give an up close demonstration of this kit kind of in working to get that initial fire, that initial burst of flame to then get a campfire going. So anyways, more videos are coming. Sorry I missed last week. I have picked up some new subscribers, so thank you for stopping by. And I'm going to see if I can get some more videos done. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and the chill in the air is already gone, and I'm starting to sweat. So I need to get this wrapped up. So thanks for your views. I really appreciate it. Please comment, ask questions, and we'll see you on the next one.